Oh my goodness, this is a special one, people. Hold up, I gotta fucking I gotta go to the nursing home real quick and pick up some supplies. All right, I gotta go. What is that store you go to for like arts and crafts? Joann's. We gotta pull up to Joann's real quick, yo. We about to drop a bag today.
We going to Michael's too.
True. Yeah, that's it. You fuck.
That's for later.
That question.
What's up though, y'all? Void Basement here. We got a different, no musician this time. I mean, some of my music. I mean, I guess.
We on our fiber shit today, bro.
Who do we got in the chair? None other than the legendary Ren. You may have known her for the scene. You know what I'm saying? You might see the hats everywhere. You go to a local show. Welcome to the Void, y'all.
Thank you.
I hope that was a good intro. I hope I didn't offend you at the nursing home.
Nope. No, it was perfect.
But listen, y'all, if you got old people buying this shit as well as young people, you're winning. So.
Yep.
But welcome to the show. I guess before we get into me freaking trying to figure out how you got into this game, I would like to just say the Void Basement will be releasing more podcasts coming out. We got more TikToks. We got a banger of an event being announced soon. And there's going to be more DJ streams and TikToks on the way. This weekend, me and Rose, we're done our little vacation stint, and we're going back to grinding hardcore on the talk. I'm going to be doing some crazy shit. Somebody just sent me a Glizzy Seltzer, so I'm going to be trying to acquire the Glizzy Seltzer. I don't know. That's just what we do. But back to the interview. That was kind of a crazy segue, but how did you get the name Yarn and Sticks? Because if you don't know, that is your business at this point, and that's kind of what we're here to talk about.
Yep. It was about, I think around Christmas time, I went to Florida to go see my family, and I was at my cousin's grandparents' house, and we were there talking about business, and my cousin was clowning his sister because of her name. He was like, that shit is so corny. And then he looks at me and he goes, Yarn and Sticks. And I'm like, I was like, nah, I don't really love it too much. And I was hating at first. But I was like, wait, this shit is actually so fire. This makes so much sense. If it stays in
your head, that's kind of the ultimate test. Like for me, like my nickname was my nickname, and it just stayed in my head. But like, it's all about, I feel like especially with clothing, I guess, because you do clothing, but you're also trying to move into other. We'll get into that as well. But it's like, as long as the name sticks, like a name like Nike it sticks. True. Yarn
perfect.
And Sticks.
And Sticks, yep. Got
So
the yarn
wow,
and
okay.
Sticks.
Shout out to that family member. Holy fuck, cuzzo. Shout out to you, cuz you the realest one. You might have created a
He's like, you could take all the credit, but shit, if you're watching this, you get the credit.
True, yo.
Yeah.
So it just kind of at that moment, it was kind of like, all right, you had the name. What made you kind of make the change? Like, okay, I want to do, crochet art as a business. Like, what kind of gave you that idea? Was this before that Christmas dinner, or?
It was before that. It was probably like right before that, but I didn't really feel like taking it seriously. But my cousin is really the one who pushed me to be like, yeah, you really got to push this and make this happen.
That's kind of how, we're all at that age right now. That's why I like this scene. This is fucking boiling. It's like
everyone.
We all realize, damn, we all about to either have, like kids and chill out, or we got to grind like right now.
Right. Because the way it started, I wasn't even thinking about crocheting. It wasn't like,
kids in the
I
scene
think
are
I'm going to do
hard,
it.
Bro.
Yeah. There was like yarn, or there was a crochet hook. I was like trying to sew something. And in my grandma's old like sewing thing, like a kit, I pulled out a crochet hook, and then I went to Walmart and I got yarn, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna learn how to do it. I was in a low point in life, and I was just like, I'm just gonna do this because I can. Like, why not have this hobby just to fuck around and try it?
I think you can relate to her with that, because she kind of like, I feel like you use crochet as kind of like a therapy at first too.
You crochet?
I don't ever crochet.
She used to be into it. Don't let her cap, bro.
Like 6 years ago,
you tried.
She used to make the most incredible bong mats.
I did.
Incredible coasters.
Oh my god.
So,
well, that's dope that you did that.
Yeah,
that you did that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But I used to make. Yeah, I did like a fucking shawl for my mom and shit.
That's so dope.
I saw you wanted to learn how to knit.
I never even did it.
I don't have.
I want to.
I can crochet. That shit hurts my wrist and shit.
So what does it do? I'm completely done with this shit. I just buy shirts that I like. I just buy shit I like.
I know,
but
it's
like,
so hard to
what is the difference
explain.
between knitting and crocheting?
I knew I was gonna get that question.
Damn, yo.
I'm already throwing my hands up in the air. I'm throwing my hands up in the air and saying,
oh my God,
I don't really know.
Question?
One of them uses one one stick with a hook on the end, and the other one.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like a crossbow versus a bow.
So one of them works from one direction to the other, and one of them works like together.
But crochet is a lot more complex, and knitting you can do it with a machine because it's such a repetitive motion. But there's like different twists.
Obviously, yeah. About to say you go to the store. I don't think you're gonna see much crochet stuff versus like.
You'd be surprised.
Nowadays, a lot more.
Really? I don't like shit. I only buy merch, and you put me onto your stuff. That's pretty much it. Like I saw the hat, I saw the mask. I was like, I need this shit.
Yeah.
But okay, so you kind of you got into it. You kind of knew you picked up you picked it up, and it just like when did you like kind of be like, all right, I need to make a website and sell my shit. Like what was that like?
Damn, when did I make my? Oh, I made my website right after I came back from Florida. I had a friend help me. He was just like, okay, I'll help you for free.
So what was that like? How did you get into this? So like, what did your cousin say? I mean, if it's too personal, you don't got to say obviously. But what got you motivated? Like, what put you into like, I'm doing this now?
Honestly, he's way older than me, and he's always been like a father figure to me, and like he's always kept me on my shit. We don't see each other too often, but every time I see him, he just like makes sure everything's straight, like, and gives me the best life advice I've ever received from anybody. So it's like he's like a trustworthy source of my motivation.
I have a few of those in my life too. Honestly, I think it's good to have role models that aren't your family, because I think. For me, I didn't have much family to kind of look up to, because it's like my family just got their shit together like a few years ago type deal.
Yeah, so and it's hard when you can't rely on the people in your household, you know? Like
Yeah, and if you don't go to a good school, it's just like I could see how people get boxed in and just end up just, succumbing to what we live in, But
yeah, exactly.
On a higher note, you were motivated, you made the
vibration,
website, You know what I'm saying? Because we have a weird origin story, Void family. Like I met you in a shithole of a job, bro. Like, a straight, like literally a sweatshop in America, bro.
Oh, I forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
So our meeting story is at a fucking workbench, bro, and like at the time
it was trash. It was trash.
Noah, that's nutty.
Well, he was there too.
Well, it was through Noah. It was like we were kind of mutuals through Noah.
I would just come up to Noah and freestyle.
Departments, right? Y'all were in different departments, and you just like cross paths.
Yeah, I was in the nerd shit. I was in the nerd shit 100%.
I remember you would be like, "Oh, like I ran into Noah and Renton." I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
bro.
We kind of didn't give a fuck. We were just kind of walking around saying "fuck our jobs."
Well,
like,
I mean,
because they were assholes. They were assholes.
To be fair, you get paid like a dog there, bro. If you knew how much money you could actually get, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you get paid.
But all right, little TMI. Basically, what I was into was fixing basically tablets for fucking robots. It's pretty simple shit, but. It's not like I'm not no brainiac. It was a very easy job. And honestly, what I would do to pass the time is freestyle for like 12 hours straight. So Noah came through like one of our first stories. I don't know if you remember this, but my boss fucking hated you, hated Noah, hated that whole tribe over there.
Yeah.
And like I always used to like I'm gonna make this boil, because fuck it, it's work drama, it's fun. Obviously I'm on y'all team. I'm not siding with some 30-year-old lady who fucking tries to degrade me at every moment.
Yeah.
But so I think Noah came over with you or whatever, and he was just like freestyle for 30 minutes, and I just did.
Yeah.
And she was out that day. So like everybody on my team pretty much snitched me out, and
they did.
Well, we had two ops on the team, like, and this dude ended up becoming the replacement once she moved up to chain anyway. So it's like, all right, buddy, look at you now. Yeah. You ain't got no PTO. You ain't had no vacation this summer. Enjoy sweating your balls in there. Ha ha. Got you. But so that was a great story. And I knew at the time you were kind of a poet yourself, right? So my question is, the reason I'm even bringing this up is, how did you kind of go from that medium to like doing hands-on stuff, and how do you because I do notice that you incorporate like your branding for your merchandise incorporates kind of your poetry stuff too. Is that kind of like on purpose? Is that kind of what you want to do in the future? I know it's like a lot of your captions, bro. I might just be stupid as hell, but like I have to glaze and I have to think a little
Not
bit.
Stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
You see it.
All right,
but basically with the poetry stuff, writing has been my biggest outlet. Like I used to have no hobbies at all.
Okay, cool. So this is cool. We get the origin story. So how did that kind of like it just like that's kind of your main, you would say that's like your main tool in the belt right now, or?
I feel like I have the most experience with it more than anything that I do. And I just kind of fuck around and do it. I don't really take it too seriously because it's pure. It comes from the
Serious
soul.
writing
I can't
is what we call
force it.
nonfiction writing, and nobody fucking cares about nonfiction writing unless you're a fucking scientist or like a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's how I look at it, because it's like, once you have that strict, like you're very strict on yourself when you write, you just write either like detective novels.
It doesn't flow
like
because you get the substance from how you're feeling. So you can't really like stern up and be like, okay, I'm gonna write something. I'm gonna make a masterpiece.
Have an imagination, you know, like you're kind of limiting yourself. But all right, then let me ask you this: what was the worst thing you ever wrote, and what was the best thing you ever wrote?
Shit, worst thing I ever wrote. I don't have anything in mind because I've written probably thousands of things, but
nothing cringe. Come on, you don't got any cringe?
Yeah, I was gonna say anything I've ever written about like my first boyfriends. Like,
okay.
It was kind of like emotional, corny. Like, okay, get the shit out of here.
I made plenty of cringy fucking love songs in my day, so I can't even blame you with that one. All right, and then what about the best? What's kind of like your damn? I was spitting at that moment, like.
Honestly, I have a couple, but like they don't really have titles or anything. I can't really like whip out the song and be this one.
All right, so maybe obviously you can't repeat it word for word, but I guess what did you like about them that like was like this is my shit?
Honestly, I just like the raw emotions, and when I read it back, I like how it flows. It kind of like when you read it, you really feel it instead of just having words on a paper.
That is true. Like when you read something, I do like this is gonna sound like hippie shit to say, but like you can read and sometimes it'll read better or worse, and it's not always because of pronunciation, all the rules and all that grammar crap. Sometimes it's just like the way it's said is just
the
like,
way it's said.
It's raw, yo.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like the cadence and the speed.
Yeah, like there's a reason Goosebumps be hitting harder than some horror novels. Just saying, that John is just gas.
Yeah,
you think about that little doll running around, and you start freaking out. But oh my god, yeah, that might have been the worst thing. So
that's good. I like that one.
So what is I guess like the process like writing wise for a caption nowadays? Like what is kind of your design process for the product versus like how you show it off?
I feel like I don't even think about it. I get on Instagram and I'm making a post and I do think about it, but I'm making a post and I'm kind of just I start typing. It's just like one line.
Your Instagram game and then all your accounts, by the way, is so admirable. Like the
thank you.
That you maintain is like unspoken.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you do be having some new shit almost every. Facts. I mean, that's why
when I open my Instagram stories, one of your accounts.
From an entrepreneurial sense, I think you're definitely motivated for sure.
Yeah,
you got that out of this podcast already. Y'all got to fucking check your own 6 out if you have some extra fucking bread and you're trying to look fashionable. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what to get your girl, bro, that's like, come on.
I got some like real early Uranus 6 hanging up in the closet. I'm saving.
Yes.
Sometime.
But what is like, I guess. Then in the more literal sense of the material wise, like what goes into what yarns you pick, what goes into like, all right, I want this product to be this, or like I want to make this right now, like for the mask like that I got, what was like, all right, I want to do this right now, like what kind of?
It's kind of like just a freestyle. I'm like, I want to make this, and I
thought it was very calculated. Like I thought you were kind of like looking at trends and shit, and like just doing your own thing.
I don't do it right before I'm about to create though. What like I do it on my free time, I'll go on Pinterest, a dope artist page, and I'll be like, that's dope. I'll save it, and I'll use it as inspiration, but I'm not like, ooh, I want to recreate exactly this. I kind of just...
You ain't doing the Shein shit, yo. What's your take on Shein? We got to get that later, but
fucked up, yeah.
They're fucking crazy. Those people should be in jail, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like what it was because I don't know anything about clothes, but...
Yeah, I forgot, like, what, the other day we were, like, giving him the full breakdown. He was like...
It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck
are
we doing?
Your designs.
Yeah. I see it a lot in the fiber arts community. You see people repost it, bigger accounts posting on their stories, like, they stole it, what do I do? And there's, like, this whole campaign or something going on right now, so that's good.
They're looking to get sued, but... All right, back to your process. Fuck you, Shein.
Yeah.
So you're kind of, like, in the headspace, all right, I'm going to freestyle it, and then it's like, what makes the cut and what doesn't make the cut?
It's like I'll experiment, and it just depends on what goes on in life. If I'm feeling really inspired by things and I'm feeling like motivated and I want to create and I'm not in a block, then my best products come out. A lot of the times you know, I have like YouTube videos on this. I'm like,
we don't worry. That's what we're gonna talk about the YouTube channel. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I found it randomly as hell, bro. I was like doing my research for the cast. I'm like, wait, you have it. I'm like, the grind really don't stop.
Yep,
with
you found
really...
the Crentily.
Yep.
We have to get into that because I have a story behind that. But
all right, bet.
Just the process, it's like when I was doing vending, you know, when I was doing the art marts, you know, I felt like in a block because I felt forced to create. Like, what are people gonna like? I want to make money, and I'm just like, I just felt a little stressed. You can't ever think
about, like, you think the way you think about the customer is when you have the product and you know it's like, all right, what customer can I get with this product? That's how I look at it, because it's like, if you're trying to appeal to the masses, you're not going to create the next Furby. Like, you really have to. It's kind of just luck, and like, I rather just have consistent clientele than the masses, bro. Then you're Nike at that point, and it's like, it's very soulless.
Yeah, it was like my first 2 times doing it, so I was like,
well, how was the art mark game? Is it weird?
It must be kind of sad, low key. Holds it. It's kind of like the first one that I went to. I made bread off of that, and I was surprised. It was the first time ever doing it, and I was like, shit.
I know the punk rock flea market motherfuckers make bread, bro. I've been seeing like just sale after sale after sale, but it's like, if it ain't popping, that must be sad. It's just like a bunch of artists. It's like,
and I was selling all of my stuff for cheap, like, because not super cheap, but like cheaper than usual, because it's like all my beginner stuff, and I want to get rid of it because I'm putting out all of this stuff, and it's kind of just piling up. So it's like, it just needs to go.
That was one of my questions. Like, with some of the stuff that sits kind of more on the stock than others, what is like kind of do you like ever revamp any of it? Like, would you reuse those designs, or do you just completely move on?
I'll try to reuse like the concepts for things, but I don't usually go back and spice things up unless I was really trying to do something with it. A lot of my newer stuff, has
there been stuff that's like stumped you as to why it's like sits compared to other stuff?
I feel like,
because I feel like the mask, they sold out quick. Like, that was like, but like if I was in your shoes, I would have been like, the mask sold over the hats, because like your initial hats was kind of like the shit for a while, so.
Those are like kind of like a trademark. I feel like low key, like that style.
Yeah, that's
powder hat.
So gas. Bro.
A lot of people bought my hats at the first mart that I went to, but the second mart, it was shit. That was the depressing mart. I was just like,
that's actually
this is
mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
So I guess the art mart game seems to be like, it's very based on who's running the show.
Yeah, and like who comes, and like we were just in like a weird spot.
Hey, that's good to know. We would love to like hear some of your pros and cons off air, just because we might want to get into the vendor game eventually for our shows and stuff. And I would hate to have like it be whack as hell for the people sitting there for like 6 hours. Like, you can't. You gotta really treat them with respect, because it's like literally you're setting up a little flea market in the middle of fucking. You have to just.
The first one, I had so many interactions, good interactions, and people take your card and they follow you on Instagram, and it's like a really social, and it's moving. And the second one was just kind of like crickets. You're kind of just sitting there.
Oh, no.
It's super hot. I'm like, I want to leave so bad, but I think that it's worth it. It's so worth it if you're going and socializing with people.
I am incredibly good at sales. I mean, I think that's why I even tried doing this. So I would love to do something like that.
Yeah, try it
I've
out.
never had a physical art form that I really like, though. Like, that I would truly do. If I got a 3D printer, though, game over for me. I'd definitely make some crazy shit.
Get one. You should get one then.
I've always wanted to make bongs with her too. I would love to make void bongs and like void incense and stuff. But
that's a cool merch. That's a cool merch to have.
It's a crazy idea. You're gonna remember the mystery Skittles with the one shitty Skittle and like the good ones were all around it. We were gonna do that with incense. So like 6 out of the 6 out of the 7 are good. Yeah. One smells horrible, like basement smell.
Oh my god.
We name it like rat's butt cheeks or something, like
Yeah.
But, obviously this is why Yarn and Six is making money at the Art Mart, and the Void is, we're still trying to get our head in the game here, folks. But let me ask you this. Why don't we get into the YouTube channel? So I stumble upon this YouTube channel, yo. Mind you, it's like 3 a.m. I'm faded in the house. I like to do my research in different ways. I'm sitting at the computer, and I'm like, hey, yo, she has a YouTube channel. I'm like, all right, it's probably like 3 videos. It's probably just like showing off like, new products. So I'm like, this is a vlog, yo, and you don't even promote this, John. So like, what is the story with that? Like, are you trying to like blow up on some secret YouTube shit, or like, what's going on?
it's just like I don't really have the care to. I just want it to move on its own. But the YouTube, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Always.
Really? All right, what's your favorite YouTuber?
I did YouTube shit heavy.
I don't have a favorite YouTuber, but it all started when I was really little. And I always loved the idea of vlogging. I would watch all of like I would watch corny YouTube videos. I was like in 4th grade. And I would watch like fucking
PewDiePie and shit, or fucking
like DIY room cleaning videos, like get ready with me, like I would watch shit like that. And I for my 5th grade Christmas, like around that time, I got this bloggy camera. That's what it was called. And I went in my basement.
I think I remember those being sold. They're like, what color? They're like literally like big as hell.
I think they're white or black, but they're literally like. Probably like the size like right here.
240p.
Yeah, they were pretty small, but I went in my basement with it and I was like, "Hey vlog." Like, and I made a whole video. God. And I recently found it. I actually made a YouTube video talking about this, but
because I only watched probably more of the recenter ones, obviously, but it is a big channel. Like I was impressed. I was like, "Damn. You've been grinding this for like a month or two." Like
Yeah, but I'm like upping on the subscribers and it's nice.
I tune in when it pops up. I tune in.
Yeah.
Sometimes y'all be crazy as hell in the video. You and what's his name, motherfucking. You know who you are. You probably watching this.
Yep.
Mr. Max, yo.
Mr. Max.
When are you gonna be in the chair, buddy?
He was gonna come, but he's busy with the music.
No, of course he's alright. What can I don't
It's
expect.
like Thursday, so.
We gonna get our time, bro. I can't wait to see homie live, actually. But enough.
Oh, are you coming August 23rd? Brooklyn,
shit, I might just
baby's
be coming,
all right.
I will already be in Brooklyn, I think, for Electricon. So fuck it, I could.
It's gonna be a good show.
We might actually already be there.
Yeah.
That ass. So hey, we there, bro. We there.
Good.
We'll get into that video too because I do want to go over how that came to be.
Yeah.
But so the YouTube channel is wild. Like, it's definitely cool.
Thank you.
All the topics are trippy as hell. They're very thought provoking most of the time, and sometimes it's chill. I guess you kind of have like that.
It's
like,
really just my
comfort
life.
vlog vibe. Yeah.
Just chill, myself. True,
so
pure.
Will you ever make more edited style stuff, or is it just gonna stay how it is?
I just don't want to like just go right onto it of like, oh, I want to be this and hold myself to that high of a standard. I kind of am in my experimenting phase now where I'm just kind of like, but yeah, I definitely want to get into the editing stuff. I really fuck with it. I admire it. I admire people who can do the editing.
Rose for all she
does.
It's
awesome.
I wish I had more free time because if I did, like, some of the Void videos would be like way more fire.
Yeah.
Like, that should take so much commitment, bro. Like,
yeah.
It takes a lot of time. You have to balance editing versus
mention,
releasing.
Like, I had to buy a new fucking computer just so I could buy Final Cut. So I dropped like 2 racks at once.
Shit.
They don't make it easy out here.
All of that just to make TikToks, bro. So y'all better appreciate this fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
The world does, babe. The world does.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you don't really be doing TikTok, do you?
I just started one 2 days ago, actually.
Oh my God.
I'm like,
hey.
yo, I have to start promoting and use these as a tool.
So because your account's new, you might...
The first 3 talks guaranteed
the first 3
seed.
talks are guaranteed to pop off.
Okay.
So use them wisely.
Yes.
That's like a literal thing.
I already used them.
Oh, damn it.
No, but we're going to blow up for sure.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't doubt it. I don't
fucking doubt it, bro. Everybody in this scene has blown up through TikTok. Even fucking up my stunt videos do really well. So
yeah, some of
I think it's basically the new hub to really send yourself to the masses.
Like the new front page of the world.
But at the same time, I think Reels is starting to whoop on them.
I don't know.
I feel like Reels has been coming up lately. So
yeah, Reels are more thought out.
You fuck with Threads?
I will admit I definitely spend way more time on Reels than I do on TikTok. But
yeah,
you mess with Threads?
Threads, yeah. I started Threads. I don't really use it.
It kind of sucks right now. It's not that good. It's a lot of celebrity content, which is like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, everybody's on it because, it's new platform. People are like,
I'm
okay,
a
fuck
Twitter
it,
simp. I hate Elon, but Twitter I love it. Not anymore, though. It's severely fallen off.
Yeah. I kind of just got on Twitter, kind of. But, like, I would post things just for fun.
I feel like the yarn community on Twitter is probably crazy. Like, they have to have, like, takes and all this shit. Like,
I have no clue. Actually.
Is it big? You were saying something about it earlier. Is it big on Instagram?
Oh yeah, it's really underground. I didn't expect to find as many fiber artists as I did, and I was like, geez, there's a lot of people who do this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I've been getting into the rave scene.
Right,
that shit is crazy.
That's what I found all that shit is like real.
The pages.
My reel from like all the people I follow is crazy, bro.
Yeah, the pages.
So much crazy shit.
That's the perk of social media, but it's also the draining part of social media. It's like it never ends. There's always something more and more and more and more.
Yeah, but it's kind of like you have to control.
Do you hate that you have to do it? Do you hate that you have to do so much social media? Would you rather it be different, or like say you were doing the same yarn and sticks? Mm-hmm. Would you rather be like, you know, the 70s or something where there's no internet and like you had to actually use like a newspaper article, or would you like how it is now?
I think it all depends on the world that you're in, like in the 70s you would have a different way of promoting. I feel like I like to be true, just like grounded. It would be nice to interact with people more, try to like put myself out there. But I think
that's
nowadays,
what I'm trying to harp on. Like your company, you're trying to have more old school value to it, like actually seeing the customer versus like it just all being automated kind of is my thing.
Yeah, I feel like I like nowadays just because like I'm here now and I'm going to make the most of it now. And
of course, that's a good way to look at it, to be honest.
Yeah, and just the people who feel it, and the people who don't. And I don't really... I like it. I like how it is.
You don't even focus on the negatives of social media. That's
kind
of what we do. I don't even care. Like
no
I just
negatives.
post and goes.
I just worry about being myself, and because there's nothing attached to it. It's no strings attached. I'm using social media for my benefit. You guys can work for me, and I'm not consuming. Like
hey, don't be swiping up on them stories unless you paying, motherfucker. Buy them clothes. All right, let's get into the fun stuff.
That's okay, but
Used by you. How did that come to be? How did the whole direction? What was the idea? How did you like kind of get into it? Because that's a heater right there, yo.
Honestly, Used by You was also a freestyle. It wasn't supposed to be a music video.
Dude, get this joint on sway.
I'm freestyling life out here. You guys gotta understand.
Hey, listen. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty new to like being motivated. Like it seems like you just had your spark. So.
Yep, exactly.
You're on the same type of time we was on when the pandemic started. Like we had just had our spark.
Yeah, like
and we still ain't give up.
Like peak, not like peak.
It's crazy.
Like, hitting the stride,
But Used by You, I feel like Used by You, it was like, okay, where are we gonna go? I kind of want to get these shots, but it wasn't. It was supposed to be for clips, but not for music videos. So Max went absolutely insane with the editing. Spent so long because it was like he just got it in all the right places. But it was we went to the beach like super late. We were like, where should we go? And then last second we were like, let's go to the beach. So we took the hour and a half or hour and 10-minute drive to the beach, and then we have this like baton with a light on it that like shines super far, and we used it as like helicopter lights. And I was like, and we had this light that had like the police flashing lights. And we were just alone on the beach, and we were kind of watching the lightning. Like, should we do this? Should we not do this? Like, getting struck by lightning on the beach. Yeah,
that's a clip. That's clickbait right there.
Yeah, but
getting shocked. Yeah, fucking while filming a music video.
And then we put up the what are they called? The lifeguard chairs. And I climbed up the lifeguard chair because you know how they lay them out at nighttime, but. We put it up and I stood on top of it and like got all the overhead shots.
I was gonna ask, how'd you get such a height?
Yep, like that's all how we did it.
Hey, that's what I needed to hear, yo.
Yeah, he took his shoes off and started running around, getting his socks wet in the water, and I'm like trying to chase him with it was all just freestyle. It was just kind of like.
That's how we do our videos. I get like a scrim. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go here, and I know I got 3 shots, but we need like 12 more to make this work.
What I want to accomplish, and we just like fucking.
Then once you get there, you just gotta go with the vibes. Sometimes though, like shooting is very like you guys got lucky, but like shooting can sometimes be so tedious. Like
I feel like we're really good collaborators, and we put two very creative minds together who are ready to work, who are ready to get something done, and we just execute. We rely on each other, and we fill in for like what we don't have. Like
we the Void family, but
we the Void family.
We got our rats. Our Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack, yeah.
Well, we asked this question to every guest, and we are getting to the end of this beautiful interview. It's already been 30 fucking minutes, bro. Crazy, yo. I learned a lot about you, so that was really interesting. But if you could live anywhere, where would you live?
I would live I want to live everywhere. I want to live in multiple places. I want to have multiple properties.
Yeah, like we were talking about travel. Like that shit is so fucking fun, bro.
But I definitely want to have a property in America, and then I want to have a property in Latin America. You
ain't gonna be in like the sticks, are you?
Nah, I would Mountains, maybe.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I think everybody wants to die in Colorado. I think that's just the ultimate.
But not
goal.
maybe like. I think mountains is good because I don't really love being in the mix in America. I don't even know how
You
to,
wouldn't live in
yeah.
New York or something? I'm the opposite. I have to be in the mix. Like, I'm the curious motherfucker of all time. Like, I constantly have to be where the hype is.
Yeah,
like,
don't get me wrong. I like getting inspiration from like being in the mix and stuff, but just where I reside in life and to have that space. But I would be in the mix in other places.
Sure, like, I mean, I should probably see that. I mean, like, crochet is a very chill thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be fucking moshing while you're doing, like,
yeah, but
maybe,
me,
who knows?
I feel like wherever life takes me, because I'm going to be doing everything in life.
So you want
like,
a journey, that's all. All I need to know. You
this
don't
life
wanna,
has been a journey.
You don't want to fucking put your stakes anywhere. You just want free flow. That's a new answer, yo.
I just never settle. Never settle.
And I guess I also got to ask, what was the scariest moment of your life?
Scariest moment of my life.
That's what we end every show at. We have to.
Oh, fuck.
Obviously, if it's incriminating, this happened in Minecraft, so it don't matter, right?
Shit. Well, in Minecraft, when I fucking fell through the bottom when I was mining for the first time when I was like 10, I got so scared.
You saw the diamonds and it just...
And it was just like, and I felt like I was falling. It felt like in a dream. It was in a dream, you know, when you're falling in the dreams. That's what it felt like from looking at that screen.
Hero Brian is right there.
Yeah, when you hit it and you drop, you're like...
When Hero Brian is behind you the whole time.
And you lose everything. You lose everything you had.
It's a hard question to answer. For me, I think our patterns we've noticed is cars is the worst.
Yeah,
cars.
Yeah.
So, but...
Scary moments. I feel like I don't really take the scary shit in too much. I'm just kind of like... I take it for what it is and ride my way through. I feel like that's how life has been for me. But
cool. So would you say you face your fears or you don't face your fears? You just
face them to the head.
Damn,
I don't know how to dive in a pool, but I know how to dive into my fears.
I'll tell you, one of the scariest things for you probably was when you saw Maxo Cream's big ass about to stage dive onto y'all at the G59 show. Got
when
you.
Maxo Cream went on, I was like, oh my god, it was crazy. I was like,
that's another
the
spot
fuck?
where we were at the
What
same
the fuck?
space.
Yep.
That was fun as
G59.
fuck, yo. Good ass show. You had obviously Suicide Boys was on that night, bro. They really fucking.
I had the most fun out of anybody in that place. I promise you.
They sung so good, bro. That's what blew me away. I didn't realize their voices were like that good. Like I thought it was a lot of auto tune, but nah.
Lots of range. Like
They
they
was
fuck
ripping
around
it.
with
Like,
the
Ruby-
auto tune,
Yeah,
but
really
they
good control.
yeah.
Ruby can fucking sing in key, like
Yeah.
on point in a moments, and I was very shook. I'm like, ain't these motherfuckers zanned out? Like, how the hell they singing this good?
No, not anymore. They're both sober.
Yeah,
They're
Oh,
both
really?
sober. Yeah.
Shit, don't sound like it with the new albums, bro. They be going hard still.
Sometimes
Like,
you
Yeah.
gotta make shit up,
Yeah.
stay on trend,
to be fair, I hate the argument like drugs make music better or worse. I think it's just the artist at the end of the day, whatever they put effort wise into it.
Yeah. There's definitely a different feel from like drug music and like not. There's you can.
Oh yeah.
But I
Danny
wouldn't
Brown is a good
say
case of that.
better or worse. Better or
But
worse.
hey.
Yeah.
To end off, what are some of your inspirations right now, I guess? Like, what have you been kind of tuned into in terms of the other artists in the earth?
Max made this Discord full of artists, and
He ain't sent me the invite. I swiped up.
oh man,
You know what? I'm about to fart spray you when I see you, bro.
not the fart spray.
And it's from Five Below, so it's staying on double. But
But in the Discord,
he's an inspo for sure. I like a lot of his songs, honestly, and I'm not even into that type of music, to be
Yeah.
honest. So
but in the Discord, there are just a bunch of dope artists. Just there's like the daily inspiration. I get a lot of inspiration from that, and just like knowing other people are working and doing like
Oh, yeah.
on their grind. To have that
trying to get this
surrounding
one guy.
somehow, some way is really it's really positive space. So definitely Max and the people I've been around are just my biggest inspiration right now.
Damn, staying
Myself
local for sure,
too.
yo. I ain't
Myself,
worried.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, your whole family's pretty creative from what I remember, so goated.
Yeah.
You there. Yeah, boys. I think that's pretty much it. And girls and they them. So yo, we better wrap up. It's been another great podcast. So I think we're almost at episode fucking
This is 70.
70, dude. That's
70.
insane. I don't even like the fact that I know 70 people. If you had told me like my antisocial ass when I was 12, I would have 70 homies. Like, I think I only have beef with 3 people we've had out on as guests, and I don't even delete the episode because I'm just like that.
We only delete them if you ask.
True, obviously. I don't sign no contracts for signed, yo.
Oh, yeah.
But this has been a good episode. It was great to get some clearance. I had to know how entrepreneurial you actually were. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you never really know what a new business, like, if it's just like all facade, it's gonna be. You know how many people have followed? They do something hard like this, and then in a year it's just gone.
Yeah, I quit my job for this shit. Like, this is
my
life.
And I was at that. I quit that. I quit
Yeah.
my job for my shit. You feel me? That was one of my questions I didn't get to, but I was gonna say, how is it living on your own art?
On my own art, it's tight right now, but I feel like I have a lot
Like, what
of...
is, like, I guess the best aspect of it and the worst?
The best aspect is to not slave myself away
True.
and to
No
have my
boss.
own life and to be able to actually focus on myself and my health and getting to the point where I want to be instead of having to do the things I actually want to do on the side, but really putting most of my time into a job. Like I don't like being trapped.
My job is pretty creative. That's why the only reason I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? But the best aspect is not being trapped. I guess the worst is always gonna involve money and shit like that. Being strapped.
Yeah, but I honestly I'm not worried about it, and I think that's the key to actually growing is to not be worried about it and have a clear manifestation in your head to be able to get onto that path. Like,
it's a gamble, yo. It's just a gamble.
I feel like when you're like
it's really a free fall.
all the way in, like you just
The McDonald's will still be there in 20 years if it all works out.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, but respect to the people who do work a job. Like, good for you.
Oh, that's the thing. Some people,
if you work a job and you hustle,
some people don't want to be in the public eye. I can never blame somebody.
Your job is your
Yeah.
hustle,
Like, people that don't use social media, I look up to you, bro. That shit is, you live in life.
Yeah, if you can live life without
You're in your
having
own
to use
terms.
social media, I admire you.
Especially if you're my age specifically. Like, that even blows my mind. Like, I don't know a single person my age that doesn't use some form of social media.
Yeah, living life cleaner.
Unless they're very, very religious, which I don't have a problem with that, but, you know, it's like, they have their own social media, you know what I'm saying? It's the Bible. But, I think we're going to get the hell out of here, people. The spaceship's about to take off. We got to get on, you know, back to fucking Earth and shit. And I'll see you guys around. Like I said, streams coming sporadically throughout the week. More TikToks are being developed and worked on, and they're going to be very clickable and very great for your brain, I hope. And, yeah, that's all we got. So, peace.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.